All right, hey everybody, welcome to Guard. It's Rinku here, doing a special video for you guys. I recently, in case anybody doesn't know, I recently won the ARG State Championships in PA, and just so that way no one thinks I'm BSing them, here is the mat and the invite and the Circuit Series pin. But I'm actually doing a deck profile, and before I start, I want to say shout-outs to Dustin. Thank you very much for allowing me to show you my deck list and show everyone on a broader perspective my deck list. I have to do this standing up, so it's going to be a pain in the neck, but it's fine. We're going to start off with the Grade 0, which was Lodgins Magus. I mean, there wasn't really any Grade 0 that I wanted to play other than this. I opted the heal trigger, but the heal trigger wouldn't have benefited me, so I decided against it. And then moving on to the Grade 3s. So we play 2 Deer. It was MVP. It won me a lot of games. I mean, there's really no question about it. I found I was going to play 11 Grade 3s, but then I decided against it because I played a couple other things that helped me throughout the day, and then I knew would actually help me out. And then 4 Imperial Daughter. She's so good. Like, so good. Unless OTT gets something else even more broken, there's really no other substitute that you can get for her. She's so good. And then we got 3 Amaterasu. She was really good, especially early game when I go first. I get those pluses, I get the protect marker, and get the power boost. Power boost was very important to put a lot of pressure on people. She was really good. I wouldn't change her for anything. Now, moving on to Grade 2s. I play a very small amount to what I normally would play in most of my decks of Grade 2s. Starting off with the staple, ever-loving Silent Tom. Everyone hates this combo. This combo is so stupid. I really hope that they do something to this card. If not, it's going to rule premium like for quite a while. But all in all, Tom is the MVP for the game-winning combos in the deck. Like there's really no other combos that I know right now that you can do to almost guarantee the win, other than drop Tom and use Ichi. And then I play 4 Nanase. Believe it or not, she put in a lot of work early game. She was so good at giving me extra cards, getting rid of the clunky stuff that I didn't need at the time, giving me, the Tom if I needed it, hold it for quite a while. And then, like, mid to late game on the GB one, yeah, oh man. There was so much clutch. I'm so happy I played 4. I was only going to play 2, but at last minute, like a couple days before the event, I changed it to 3. She was so freaking good. And then I played the last 2 was 2 of the Yellow Witch Mimi. You do not believe how many times she won me a game just because I needed to look at the top card and hope and pray it was like the grade that I needed or a card that I needed. I've done it. I did it a couple times for Stride Enabler. I did it a couple times for a Tom to win the game. And I did it a couple times early game on Amaterasu to give her more power and eventually allow me to whittle down my opponent's resources. If I was able to put this to more than 2, I so would. But as of right now, I can't. Because the deck is already tight. And it actually balanced out quite well. I did not think it was going to be that good. But it actually worked out a lot for me. And then I played 2 of the Oracle PG. It was a safe bet. Like there was really no reason not to play it. I didn't want to go full all grade 1s or full all grade 0s. Just because, if I get locked out of one of those grades, then I'm screwed. Because I only have that grade. So I played 2 of this. And I never used the skill the whole night. The whole day I never used the skill to bronze it back to the hand. And I'll be honest, it was because I forgot. But I was in such a good position that I didn't really need to. So even if I would have done that, I would have wasted resources. And then I played 2 Stride Fodder. Some of you might think that's weird. But I'm one of those people that love to have, something that helps the mechanic along. And this definitely helped the mechanic along as far as striding goes. There was never a time where it became dead in my hand. Because I'm usually keeping all my grade 3s in my hand so that way there I can ride them. The only exception is Deer. I mean, there was a game or two where I rode Deer and then rode Promised Daughter and then rode Amaterasu and then played another Deer and went off on the combo. But all in all, it actually paid off when I put these in the deck. My original deck list didn't have those. It was about a week before the event that I decided to put those in. Then, 4 of the Rampart Miko. What is it? Nazuna? Yeah, Nazuna. Sorry, I butchered that name. She's so good. If I ever get the chance to fix this deck a little more and put another one in, I so would. Right now I feel that 3 is a balanced number because she's always a 1-for-1. She's always a good trade-off early game as long as you can keep the Oracle. Even if you have 4 cards in hand after you play her and you attack with the Vanguard, you still can use the skill. So she overall was really good for me. And then I opted to play only 3 Circle Magus just because of the fact that I didn't see playing 4 to be adequate enough, and I needed to make room for other packs, as I showed earlier, like the Stride Fodder. So, and it worked out. I think I used her skill like 1 time the whole night. Other than that, I didn't really need to. It was just like, I don't know. I mean, I never really needed to. Even in Standard, when I play her, I don't even really use the skill. And then the last grade 3, I played 3 of the Oracle Guardian Geminis. My original build, there was only 2. But then, I took out a couple things and fixed things around and ended up with 3 of them in the deck. There was 4 of the Magus, but then I took one of those out and put the 3rd of that Gemini in. And it actually worked out. Like, having that 3rd one was really good because I could use like 1 or 2 to guard early game pressure, and then I'd have that last one in my hand to keep as like a linchpin to get more counterblasts, and then go off on the Ichi draw skill, then use Ichi's effect to potentially end the game. And then finally we're going to the grade 0s. So this is what I was talking about. I play 2 of the grade 1 and then 2 of the Perfect Guard grade 0 draw trigger. It's good. It's good. I mean, in Standard, yeah, obviously you pay 4 of them, but in Premium, I really don't think that it's like a wise idea to have like 4 of just a single grade if you have the Premium support for your deck. I really, really, really think that having the different options is one of the best choices that you could ever make as far as deck building, and it worked out, and it's one of the reasons why I was able to do so well in the tournament, because I had this as an option. I went against a couple decks that prevented me from guarding with 0s, and I went against a couple decks that prevented me from guarding with 1s, so it definitely helped out. And then I play 4 Sphere Magus. There's really no reason to play any other heal trigger other than this right now, unless they give a heal trigger with an effect and the same attributes. There's really no other trigger to play. You don't really need to play anything else. I believe that is an automatic include. And then this is going to probably be a little surprise. I play 10 crits. Now, I know that most of the OTT players out there probably don't have an issue with drawing all their triggers, or they draw minimal amounts, just enough to like guard big attacks, and then they can go off on their combos and whatnot. But I was drawing a minimum of 3 of them almost every single game. And at least one of the triggers that I was drawing as critical-wise was one of the Battle Sister Muffin triggers. So having the ability to just put that back on the deck for free was so good, especially when I was about to go off on my Deer combo. I would just like drop the Deer, then, sit there for like 30 seconds, and then, put one crit trigger down and return it, and then put another down and return it, and then use Ichi's skill, then use Deer's skill, and just go off and win. And it proved to work. It worked very well, especially when late game happened, and I don't really have many cards in my deck, and that helps with that. Now, moving on to the G Zone. I played 2 of the Kamo Susana O. So good. Such a good stride first. It created a lot of pressure for my opponents, especially if I went first with grade 3, but they got the first stride. I would G-guard once, and then on first stride, I could just like gain more pressure, get some more resources from them, and go into Kamo Susanoo, and his skill GB3 would automatically be active. So that's like even more cards that I can get rid of out of my opponent's hand. It's either they guard the Vanguard attack, or they just let it hit, and I draw cards and get more resources. So I believe he was really good. And then the fourth staple of the Stillwater Festival deity, Ichikashima. Why, Bushi? Why did you make this card? It's so good. Why? I mean, any OTT, almost every OTT deck that you play in Premium should have Ichi and Tom. It's a win con that can literally be splashed in every deck. I mean, I believe it's especially dangerous in Battle Sisters, so be wary. I might come out with a build for that. And then I played the one of the Ameno Sagume, whatever. I'm sorry, I butchered that name. But yeah, he was really good. He was really good. Sorry about that. I should have zoomed in a little more. Yeah, I first rode into him a couple times too. It was okay. It was another card just like the Kamasasana with the whole pressure thing. Then I played the one Ultima. I never went into Ultima once the whole night, but it was still there for an option. The one GB8, I had a really good game in the semifinals, and I GB8'd my opponent, and then my opponent GB8'd me, and it was OTT Mirror. And I survived, and he did basically the same moves that I did, and I was able to survive, and the next turn, I did a, like a random stride, and I was able to clutch the victory just because of, my opponent didn't really have that many resources and didn't have a lot of cards to guard with. Then I played the one Seabreeze. It was flip fodder. I never went into it. I'd rather keep the counterblast than the resource in my hand than use that. Pretty much the same thing with this. I never strode into it once. I never saw a reason to. But it's just there. I believe it's there as a filler. That was what I put it in there for. All right, and then moving on to the G guards. I played two of the Son of Eternity Amaterasu. I believe this is probably one of the best G guards in the game, just because it allows you to stack your deck legally. I mean, any deck stacking is so good as long as it's legal. So this is legal deck stacking right here. The card came in so clutch. Then I played the one the Excite Battle Sister, Bavarius. Oh man, she was really good. Like I would like combo her with like the Son of Eternity and automatically get like an instant draw out of. I'll get that card out of there, so that way I don't like accidentally take a damage and forget about it, because I will do that sometimes. But all in all, she was really good. She replenished the resource that you get rid of when you G guard. So again, a 1-for-1 is so good. And then you also get to put the card on the bottom of the deck if you want. So if it's like a grade 3, you need to stride or something. Oh my god, it's so good. And then I played the one Dismal. Even though I never used Dismal once the whole night, because I was very sparing on how I use my toms, I was very smart about it. The Dismal, I believe, it should be used as a one-of if you're going to use Ichi Tom, just in the off chance that you actually play your toms like really early in the game and you're on grade 3 first or something like that, then you can use the Dismal to protect it and you'll be fine. I mean, unless you're going against, the Destiny will just get rid of it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But all in all, Dismal was really good. And then the final G-Guard was the Lozenge Magus G-Guard. Honestly, I did not go into it a single time the whole night. I'm more than likely going to change it. Right now, I'm not going to touch the deck, because I've taken just a little bit of a break. I did what I wanted, so I'm going to take a little break. But once I get back into the groove, I'm going to replace it, and I'm going to put something different in there. It's probably going to be another Revows or another Son of Eternity. I don't know yet. But again, thank you very much. Again, Dustin, shout-outs to you, man. Thank you very much. My real name on Facebook is Ralph Bardo. So if anybody has any questions or comments, you can hit me up there, or you can go to our channel, Danshi Guard, on YouTube. You can check us out there. We have a decent amount of content up. Also, shout-outs to Joker. Thank you very much for being there and hanging out with me and cheering me on. I'm sorry you didn't make top, but you got this next time. Just keep pushing at it, keep going, and I promise you'll get there. You'll get there. And shout-outs to Gamer's Edge. Thank you for holding the event. Shout-out to ARG. Thank you for letting them hold the event. Shout-outs to the judge. Thank you. You're awesome. With that being said, thank you guys very much. See you.